Interior, Imperial City, Study, Day. Title, Imperial. A perfect city. Structures with marble columns, whitewashed villas, gardens, and fountains. Almost too neat to be real. No visible people. Pan back to reveal a miniature model city. Buildings arranged in a grid-like format with what appears is a river running right through it. Shapes that represent desert hills and mountains surround the city. This is the city of Imperial. From his balcony, Chiron, 50s, proudly admires the glistening rays bouncing off the river. Local fishermen catch the wind in their sails as they glide up and down the river, collecting the day's catch. Behind Chiron, a puff of sand bursts out from a sandbox. Chiron motions towards the box and squats, watching intensely. The sand starts to move. Circles and swirls appear by an invisible hand. As Chiron reads the message, a look of sheer panic covers his face. Then appears the faintest hint of a smile. Interior, Bastian's surgery, moments later. The room is brightly lit with oil lamps. Bastian, 40s, astutely studies the intestines of the adolescent boy, 10, lying on the table. A servant, 20, eagerly watches the examination. Chiron bursts into the room without knocking, covering his nose in disgust at the smell.
Useless, but deadly.
He looks to the servant as he drops the appendix in a bowl.
Sew him up.
Chiron interrupts.
Beos is gone.
Bastian looks at Chiron, confused.
Destroyed. An earthquake.
Bastian is as still as a statue, mute in shock.
What do you think it means?
What?
Chiron ushers Bastian away from the servant for privacy.
The whole city is gone, Bastian. Oregon said there is nothing left. Chaos?
Why would chaos destroy Bios? Chaos fed on the suffering of those slaves.
Dissolve 2. Exterior, City of Beos, dusk. The sun is setting over the temporary camp. Slaves of all ages, covered in sweat and rock dust, stand wearily in a procession line. 3 bodies are being carried on makeshift stretchers. The bloated, bloody corpses of Phaeus, Tamron, and Mentor are each placed on pyres. A male slave picks up a rock and hurls it at Phaeus. This prompts more slaves to do the same. Soon all 3 bodies are under attack from a heavy flow of rocks and debris. Dissolve 2. Interior, Chiron's study, night. Chiron sits, busily writing by candlelight. Behind him on the wall is a glittering mural of several suns and planets. Oregon smacks hard into the sandpit. Fine particles of sand fly into the air. A swirl of patterns appear. Chiron hurries to the pit to read the message. His face contorts with emotions.
3?
The sandpit smooths itself like a calm ocean, and swirls again begin to appear. Chiron frowns in concern.
Keep looking, Oregon.
Exterior, Imperial Courtyard, dawn. Servants and soldiers compete for space as provisions are loaded onto carts. Chiron and Bastian walk through the crowd towards a kneeling camel.
Why aren't you more concerned? With Beos gone, he will come take Imperial.
It could be years from now. If they have rebirthed, they are only infants.
He will already be scheming.
Bastian mounts his camel.
I will only be a few weeks. Nothing will happen while I'm away.
I'm not losing the city to him.
Agreed.
Bastian's camel rises, and he leads the convoy out through the courtyard gates.